Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming. I got a really neat one here for you, so I look forward to hopefully taking some time to go through this and hear what is being offered. A couple of little housekeeping things before we get right into it. Obviously, please like and subscribe to bring some attention to this content if you find it enjoyable. If anything that you hear during this video is something that tickles your fancy and makes you kind of interested in the project, none of it's financial advice, but definitely use that as a springboard to bring yourself into the Discord and learn about the project. There is an opportunity here to get in early. This is actually one of their first marketing attempts, so I'm very pleased to be able to bring this to you first. And if you are interested in getting in early, there still is an opportunity. They've done about 50%-ish of their VIP launch, which really they are only looking for very interested community members to get in on that. So if you wanted to join their Discord, learn a little bit about the project, definitely read through their white paper, which I'll go through a little bit now because they will ask you a question about it in order to join their VIP. The founder seems very interested in making sure that this is like interested parties only, really wants to create something different on the marketplace, which definitely excites me and perked my interest. Even before getting into doing this video, he wanted to meet with me first to have a conversation to make sure our ideas were aligned and that this really I was the right person to talk about this project. So that actually really was something I liked, and hopefully that'll transpose very nicely into this video. And in turn, we are planning on possibly doing an AMA in the next week or so before the launch. We'll announce that closer, and there will be a little $100 giveaway from my pocket for you guys as a thank you for joining me on the AMA. So you will need to be there live. So when that gets announced, I'll let you know. Couple little things as well. Like I said, VIP is still open. Make sure you get in there and reserve your spot if this interests you. Otherwise, definitely come in anyways and start learning about it so you can be there for the initial launch. And the other thing is this project does do a lot of things, and we'll get through that in the white paper. I look forward to showing you some of the things that they're doing and why I think there's some good opportunity here and a little bit different than other projects. So as you can see, we're on the white paper. They do have a little funky little spot here where they're just kind of going through some of the wording that's going to be used throughout the white paper. So always good to have a peek at that. Introduction, they're just basically obviously NFTs and crypto is kind of in infancy still. The idea here is they're trying to bring a whole lot of different aspects of the crypto world to one place and give you exposure to all of it, kind of diversify your exposure, diversify your portfolio through one NFT where you can kind of watch the journey and be part of the journey as well as earn from the journey. Gold is definitely one of the things that they're focused on, as well as Bitcoin mining and trading physical gold. So there's some opportunity there to diversify yourself just in this initial stages of the project. So three-phased trench release is a strategic maximization of reward system. So neat opportunity here. The heartbeat of the Alchemist is the creation of a sustainable and multiple revenue flows via a variety of vehicles to host on our BTC mining. So Forex trading and gold trades. So that's kind of the caveats of the main things that they're doing. But the neat thing here, like I said, is the diversification they're creating inside of their NFT project is what kind of entices me. Because a lot of times you can get into one and they talk about diversifying, but maybe it's taking a very long time to get there. They're like NFT projects that maybe are only mining one project or different things like that. This one kind of has a little bit of it all, and it seems like they have the team behind it that has that diversified knowledge and not, because a lot of times, and what I asked him first off is my very first question to him was, it seems like you guys are doing a lot here. Do you have the expertise behind you, or because a lot of times that can fail. So I wanted to make sure that was driven home when I talked to him. And like I said, had a really good conversation with him and really appreciated his openness and transparency. And specifically, even the Forex trading is guided by and overseen by years of experience with major success and history to back it up. So they've got a team of people that know what they're doing. It's not just kind of a fly-by-night kind of thing or cash grab. So this goes through their utilities just to go through all of it. So Bitcoin mining, gold trading, community wallet, blockchain and NFT education, early access, which is what the VIP comes in, and I believe some other things that they're doing, Forex trading and education, gold mine royalties, and loan pool for holders, alpha calls, altcoin investments, and mental health and life coaches exclusive to our holders. I think like this, some people may laugh at this, but unfortunately this industry does give way to definitely some mental issues. I mean, not mental issues, sorry. But a lot of people are betting more than they can lose and getting almost the addictive personality of gambling in this environment. So having some type of outlet or way of seeking help or seeking advice to help kind of stabilize your desires in this space is definitely not a bad thing. And people that reach out to give that kind of access to stuff that's not always free, but in an environment that is free and accessible to people is definitely useful, because this environment can be interesting. Revenue diversity and funnels. So as we kind of looked at above, Bitcoin mining is one revenue source, AU gold trading, Forex trading, altcoin investments, and then the gold mine royalties, as well as trading platforms and incubator projects. So I'm assuming bringing on some new projects and stuff that they might be involved in. Compound period 6 months. So a lot of projects have done this. Some have gone away from this. I believe I did ask him that, and we'll revisit that at the AMA. I find a lot of projects have said they're going to do 6 month compounding, and then based on pressures from the investors and other things, they've gone against that and switched it to something sooner. I think there's a lot of value to this. So having a balance of projects that maybe pay you out right away to help you ROI quicker, and maybe other projects that give you that 6 month compounding effect can be a powerful tool. A lot of the degen plays, obviously, as you've seen me, I recommend you don't compound at all, but ones maybe that are a little bit more based on real revenue sources, there's definitely some value to going back to that traditional compounding effect. So 6 to 24 month revenue projections. So it's just going through a little bit of numbers. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is not exact and cannot be determined for certainty. So take these numbers as you will, as guides, and understand that the market can do what market's going to do, and you can't always be guided by these numbers. I like that some projections are in there to give you kind of an idea of what's going on, but at the same token, you really have to use that as your own discretion. Don't just go, that number's in there, that's what I'm expecting, that's what I'm going to get, because we all know how things can change in this market. So be cautious of that. So I haven't necessarily verified everyone. I did talk to the founder that I was dealing with, NFT Baller, and he did say he would be coming on camera to go through stuff with me. So that also excites me, because I do want to see people in projects. I haven't necessarily vetted everybody here or anything, but this is the team. So you can take that as it will, but they do show themselves in here, other than the creative guy, but I kind of expect creative guys to show creative pictures. So you've got some faces, you've got some titles, so you can come ask some questions based on that. If you're concerned about that and want to get more details, then it's all right in here and ready for you. Trenches and mint info. The Alchemist can be found searching for alchemy on the Ethereum blockchain. Welcome to the project that places NFT holders at the core of the build. So first phase, founding fathers of alchemy. There's 1,000 NFTs, price between $250 and $330 per token. Free 3D manga. So you get some neat little art. The art looks really, really cool with this one, by the way. And we will do a little mint at the end of this video, towards the end of this video, to show you how that's all done. Grand Mages of Alchemy, so phase 2 will be 2,000, 400 per NFT, and then also get some extra bonuses there. And then Wizards of Alchemy, phase 3 will be another 2,000, so 5,000 total, and 450 per those. So the earlier you get in, the better price point you get, but the more risk you're taking, like anything, so take that as you will. And there we are. So mint schedule phase 1. So it's just breaking down that phase 1, because you saw there was a little bit variance in the NFTs. So phase 1, the supply is 1,000. So VIP and OGs for 24 hours, 250 per token. Each holder receives 3D manga, and so you get some extra little bonuses of these kind of 3D images and stuff, which is pretty cool. Second minters, whitelist 24 hours, 300, and third. And so I think I'm within 24 hours. I hope. I should have checked with him actually. And 25 Bitcoin. So these are going through the phase 1. So with the funds that they're getting. So this is also nicely laid out, which is pretty cool. So as long as they sell out of these phases in the times that they release them, they're giving you a pretty good little roadmap of what they're doing with those funds, so you can feel comfortable. And if this is comfortable and this is something you think is a really good use of your funds, then this helps guide you to make sure that you're investing. Because a lot of times we don't even, like, they tell us they're going to do something and then they end up having to pivot because they maybe don't sell enough NFTs and all this stuff. So, and it's not always laid out as cut and dry. So really like the transparency again here and the setup they have. So some miners purchase legal and practical framework. So going through some of the the things that they need to do in order to get to some of the revenue sources. So some donations they're doing. So you may want to look into that a little bit further if you wanted, because again, I've seen projects do donations, but that doesn't mean that they come to fruition. So definitely do your own due diligence and research on that. And then holder rewards. Trade via experience. So some trading dollars that they're going to use out of the revenue that they're getting, and then go through all the bonuses that you're getting, and so on and so forth. So I'll let you go through that a little more detail yourself. So just going through the revenue streams now with some graphics. So as we already talked about what we're doing here, and maybe some commercial property, some in real life stuff that they're doing, which is also good. So hopefully buying some businesses that will make sense. Oops, sorry. Just noticing that looks like a storage shed, so obviously possibly some commercial things that are low, possibly high cost, but low maintenance to give some extra revenue sources, which is always neat. And then some education. We build you, so the BTC, this is breaking down your BTC mining, so I'll let you guys have a look at that, but you can see how the wallets get broken down and how things get done here. So they obviously need to buy more equipment, so having some type of project growth and development wallet, which probably goes back some to the founders. Gold mine, so this goes into a little more detail of the gold mine stuff, so definitely have a read through this and see what you think of that. I don't want to spend like too much time on the video. It's just more of an intro to give you that kind of look into things and see what you like to do. So this goes through a breakdown of the costs and how the profits work for the gold. So if you have any knowledge of this stuff, then definitely please have a peek. Write some comments in the video for me, especially if you have any experience in any of the stuff that they're doing, if you feel that this stuff seems realistic. And again, come into the Discord and have a chat. Gold mine and ROI, so this goes through some more details. So they've really broken down the stuff that they're doing, which is pretty cool. And some images from the partners. Some more images from the partners of what they're doing, so pretty cool. The gold trading, so this going specifically through that part of it. So there's kind of the gold mining and then the gold trading and where the revenues come from that. So a lot of detail here, so that's great. And then Incubator Projects. So we have already started working on OG NFT project. This will be one of our many vehicles we use to add value to our ecosystem and holders. Incubator Projects will have their first option to place their funds raised into our trade platform to create revenue. So that's kind of cool. So they're going to give opportunities to larger projects that maybe want to do something more inventive with their treasury to try and earn more money without hopefully going into crazy risks for them. So that's a neat little added perk. Above is a sneak peek at the OG run of NFT projects. So there we go. And bridging finance. This is kind of bridging via our trade partners. We will privy to oil and gas. So looking at obviously diversifying into other of the precious metals or resources that are available as revenue sources / investment options. So definitely something to take a look at down the road. I'm sure this is more of a in a little bit of time kind of thing. And then properties, as we talked about. So yeah, a lot of warehousing and that kind of stuff, it looks like. High-end commercial properties together with our trade partners. So yeah, just bringing some real life stuff. So, and as long as the team has the expertise behind it, then this could be a really neat option to diversify your portfolio. And then as we talked about, Forex trading and trade platforms and altcoin investments. So part of the trading, obviously, altcoins are going to be a really good thing to DCA into right now because the market is down. There's always really good options to 10x or 100x if you pick the right tokens like Kadena, like DAG, obviously your regular L1s like AVAX and BNB and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of opportunities in holding tokens like that, and if you can have tokens and coins like that. So having this kind of investment portfolio, yeah, you're not going to see the gains in the next couple of months, but long term, as we come out of this bear market, there's going to be lots of opportunity there. So great. Airdrop Alpha, farming with an NFT Discord is not a common utility to come across. We strive to bring our community of holders the best opportunities available in order to create more and more value. By offering airdrop farmer calls in our Discord, your NFT has the potential to pay for itself. Our airdrop farmers have earned 3K in a period of 6 months in a bear market. In a bull market, obviously, there's going to be a ton more value. So just some neat things that they're doing with the value as they get maybe larger pulls from their trades. I guess they're going to drop you some extra money. As anticipated, demand for NFTs due to infrastructure setup. We have sorry guys, our holders will definitely be looking for long-term holds to extract maximum benefit. So, and again, one of the big things with this, so this is if you sell your NFTs and stuff like that. But the big thing with this is a longer term play. It's a hold. So you don't want to get into this to kind of flip the NFTs and stuff like that. In my opinion, you're looking for buying into this one and holding them, similar to some other projects I've talked about. So definitely something to keep in mind. Oh, sorry. So looking to give back to the environment, do some tree planting. So really neat there. We've seen that from I think one other project I can think of, or chain actually, that's doing something like this. So I do like it when people do this. I do want to see that transparency carry forward though, and some proof and some value added of showing this stuff is happening, which I'm sure we will see going forward. Social responsibilities, so education, so all their different education things and different charities they want to be part of. This kind of stuff can make, like, these kind of projects, if done well, have the potential of making lots of money. The compounding effect these kind of things can have is huge, and I definitely don't mind some of my potential earnings going into stuff like this if it's, again, done responsibly. So again, I don't know if anybody's ever proven that they're doing this and that they've done this in the right way, but if they can be the first to do that, that's going to be huge and help really grow their ecosystem. Community Unison. So metaverse events, we will host live DJ and comedy shows. So just have a peek at this stuff yourself, see if this adds value for you. But different things that they're trying to do to either both engage the community and help grow the metaverse, which is something that is coming at some point. I know it's been a little bit of a slow drag. It was used as a catchphrase for a while, but definitely something that I think is coming at some point. Extra info, VIP Pass. So this is what I'm going to mint hopefully today. The community can mint our VIP Pass to receive a discounted and guaranteed mint of our NFTs through all phases. VIP Pass holders will have their exclusive rewards wallet. VIP Pass holders who mint will receive a 3D Surreal NFT. So again, I'll let you go through the rest of these yourself, but definitely something that I'm looking forward to getting involved in. Again, not financial advice, but I think what they're trying to do is really, really good, so I don't mind putting a little bit of risk capital into that to at least get my piece of the pie and hope for the best with this one. So in summary, I guess I will go through this just quickly with you. We are built and focused on creating a multiple streams of income for upkeep of our ecosystem. The Alchemist NFTs will have a legal firm appointed to audit and verify all investment and procedures. Our trade partners have existed joint ventures agreements in place. So again, I'm assuming there's some proof of this stuff, definitely something to look into, but if this stuff is for real, again, I don't know if I've seen anybody execute this stuff. I mean, we're seeing some projects right now that have all these glamorous ideas of what they want to be and what they want to do for this space, but nobody's gone the extra mile to show it and to really put it in motion. So a few of these projects that I'm excited for, I hope they can kind of bring that to the forefront and actually come out with all of the utility they're talking about, all of the things. And what my problem too with a lot of these are, and we've talked about this in some of my private discords, is a lot of them have all these ideas of what they want to do, and they give these promises or timelines, and they end up not being able to deliver on them. So what I'd love to see, and what I'm hoping out of these guys, is that and I did ask that as well. I said, what are your timelines, and are these timelines, do you have some stuff already going? Because a lot of times they don't even have anything happening, and so when the timelines get hit, it's like, oh, sorry, we hit problems. So they seem to be on the ball and ready to make sure these things happen when they're ready and have the right team behind them. So again, that's huge. So I think they're worth at least keeping your eye on, if nothing else. So again, come by the Discord. Project development costs will be, our trade partners have joint ventures. Project development costs will cover the salaries, marketing, legal, and growth of the project. We will set up legal entity in a crypto-friendly country with laws that allow us to freely trade and grow the Alchemist project. As a project, we continue looking at growing and widening our offerings by onboarding the necessary skills required to achieve the desired objective. As we stand, we have the necessary skills on board from the core team and partners, and we will aim to plant 1,000 trees per year. Social responsibility. So my big thing from this, and where I had a chat with him about it, was, again, timing and making sure these things happen and show these things happening. And it seems like, and again, he had the right answers, and hopefully the AMA will dig a little bit deeper into this, but he truly did seem to have the best of intentions and have already built the team behind him to help make sure these things can happen. And as he says here, can add to that team as the milestones are met and the time zones are met to move on from there. So, as I said, what I'd really like to see is that you go and join the Discord and take a look at this gorgeous website. I always do love a nice website with a nice little touch of flair. So that was a neat little touch I found. Um, so come by the website. It does kind of dig into the NFTs. As you can see, some different views here. Goes through kind of the whitelist stuff that we went through with a little more detail, and definitely shows off the style that they're going with here, which is really gorgeous, and I do appreciate the effort in here. And then all these different, so this is kind of your click through of the white paper that we just kind of went through. So so I'm going to pause it for a minute, and there's the team again. I'm going to get set up to do a live, or I guess a real-time purchase of one of their NFTs. And that'll pretty much wrap everything up for today. And I'll just do a quick outro for you to let you know the call to action again. So thanks, guys. 1 second. All right, before we get into the minting, I wanted to just go over a couple of details just to make sure it was clear, because I realized I probably wasn't explaining it all perfectly. So right now, actually all that's going on is the VIP Mint Pass. So this one is a $50 pass. There's only 310 of them, so very limited. It just gets you in there, and it gives you early access to and cheapest and the least costly versions of all the different phases that will happen. So if you wanted to get multiple NFTs over time and stuff like that, this one will give you best access and fast and soonest access to make sure if any of them sell out or whatever. So right now, like I said, this gives you guaranteed mint of all phases, discounted mint of all phases, and this gives you a nice little bonus of these NFT type things, and you actually get two of them, two extra ones, Mango one and a Surreal one, which we looked at before. These ones are kind of the Surreal look, I believe. Exclusive rewards wallet, priority early access, and ability to mint 2x NFTs in phase 1. So some different things and some special abilities. So if we slide right over here to the website, I've got myself all ready. Oh, I did my ledger went and did its lock thing because I took too long. So there we go. And now we're going to hit connect. So using your MetaMask, and I've got a ledger that I'm using for this because I always want to protect my stuff, and I've got it already on the address I want, my ledger one, connect. So very simple there. So for this first little part, it's actually only 50 USD. Again, do at your own ledger and at your own risk. These will be limited though, and so if you do, like I said, find this project seems neat to you, it's not a huge commitment right now if you wanted to get on the very bottom floor and help build the foundation. That's the whole point of these VIP ones, is to build a community of members that are definitely kind of ready to make the leap into this protocol and that believe in this protocol. So I'm going to go ahead and make that leap, as many have already done. As I said, I think they're between 40 and 50% of their mint so far with this part. So you'll hit the approve as always. You can only have one of these VIPs per wallet. So if you were uber interested, I guess you could do a few wallets or something. And so once you've approved and double checked everything on your ledger, I'm assuming it will take a moment, and then we will be able to hit mint. I guess we could check here to see what's happening too. Pending. And it looks like it's happened because it's opened up that. And there we are. I should have looked. I didn't even look at what the gas was. Obviously, this is on ETH, so do be aware of that. And then I assume that will pop up, but just in case, we'll just do one of these. There we are. So possibly it'll pop up. Otherwise, if you get impatient, you can hit reload once you know it's done, and then hit mint. And I've already chosen BUSD. I should have showed you, and I'll show you in a second. So there we go. So $3 to mint, so nothing. Gotta love ETH right now. It's not too shabby. We'll see what happens in the next bull. So as I said, you can go here and pick your token. I just did it with BUSD, but you have USDC, DAI, and wrapped Ethereum. And there we go. Mint. And mint NFT. Perfect. So as always, if you wanted, you can usually find the contract, I presume, inside the Discord if they've minted them, and put them in your wallet, and then you can make sure it's in there. Obviously, checking Etherscan is always good, but I'll leave you guys with that. So a couple of quick things. Like I said, if it tickles your fancy at all, if you're interested in this at all, please go check out the Discord. They've got a great little team of guys there, a great community that they're building. I've kind of snooped around a little bit already. If you do decide to get into the VIP one, you'll need to basically open up a ticket. And then at that point, you'll want to know the white paper a little bit, because they will ask you a question to kind of make sure that you've actually done a little bit of research and are actually interested in the project and not just trying to to jump in. And then they'll give you a role, which will turn you into a nice black, sexy color inside the Discord, and you'll have access to this minting website. So thank you again so much for coming along. If you did enjoy any of this, like I said, please do like and subscribe, as I will be following up with these guys with an AMA soon. And at that AMA, like I said, I'll do a live giveaway for $100 from myself as a thank you for coming along and to help kind of garnish some extra viewership, because I'd like to support these AMAs as best I can and get as many people out as we can. Live is always amazing. And that's about it. So thanks again. Have yourselves a wonderful day. And if you are celebrating, have a very Merry Christmas, and hope you get a lot of great time with your friends and family. Thanks so much.